Welcome to my home kitchen. We went to the farmer's market the other day to gather supplies for a one-pot ratatouille, which is my favorite summer recipe to make with farmer's market goods. We have an array of goods that we got at the farmer's market. We have some fresh basil, eggplant, and zucchini from some friends' gardens that we're going to be using as well. And ratatouille is one of my favorite dishes to make in the summer because of how versatile it is. You can really add anything on top of the staple ingredients, which are zucchini, onions, tomato, basil, eggplant, and pepper. And then you can really turn it into what you want. Sometimes we like to serve it over rice, which is what we're gonna do today. You could also serve it over noodles if you wanted to. It's just a great dish that can be served in a lot of ways. It's easy, it's simple, it packs the veggies in. Let's get chopping, and while I chop, enjoy these ratatouille facts. Ratatouille is a 2007 Pixar animation featuring Remy, a rat with a passion for cooking. And I bet you knew that one, but about the food. Ratatouille is a stewed vegetable dish that originated in Nice, France. The name ratatouille comes from the French words rata, meaning stew with whole pieces, and touille, meaning to stir or mix. And while we often visualize the confit bialdi, which is what we see in the Ratatouille movie, where the vegetables are thinly sliced and arranged in a circular pattern before baking, this is actually a modern presentation of ratatouille, and originally it was a peasant's dish. It was baked in one pot as a stew. We're gonna go ahead and start with our onions and our peppers to get them softened down with our eggplant. I like to throw in the eggplant first so it can kind of get browned on the edges and soak up the flavor of the peppers and the onions. Eggplant down! And then we'll throw in our garlic real quick before doing anything else. We'll add some of our dry seasonings, and then we'll go ahead and throw in the tomatoes and the zucchini, and then it all gets to simmer and become a big happy family. So as you can see, the eggplant is glistening like I do on a hot summer day when I'm left in the sun to photosynthesize. It's looking absolutely beautiful, and it's releasing that moisture, which is what we want. It's releasing that moisture. I might turn this up just a touch. I'm still getting used to this oven. We just moved, and we went from a gas stove, an actual flame, to a fucking glass top, and that transition is big rough. So I'm still getting used to the stove, but the stove is stoving. It's just stoving differently than what I'm used to stoving. Wow. Sometimes raw garlic makes my tummy hurt, but I don't care. It's really not that much. I'm the one that holds the knife. Okay, so for the tomatoes, we are going to dice them. Now look at that tomato. You cannot find that in the store, and that is what I love about farmers markets so much, because they are growing the heirloom varieties. They're growing the tomatoes that actually taste good and aren't just for profit. Cooking is for all your senses. I could hear that the eggplant was starting to stick, and once you get really comfortable with cooking, especially certain dishes, you can start to hear when they're ready or when it might be time to add something. You can also see, you can smell, you can taste. It's a very sensory involved task. And that's one of the things I love about cooking, is that it uses all of your senses, even your sixth sense, in the creator side, you can intuitively start to pair flavors together, pair produce together, different kinds of dishes from different cultures once you start to know the flavor profiles of those items, ingredients that you're adding, and then you can intuitively just play and listen to your gut, literally, as to what it wants. It smells like a summer in Italy. Okay, we're gonna wait to add the basil because I don't want it to get too wilted or like brown. But that doesn't mean you can't snack on it while you wait. A touch more salt. And while we're waiting for the stew to stew and kind of marinate, I would say you could leave it at this point for 10 to 15 minutes. Really let everything break down, get together, love on each other, and then come back and you'll have a beautiful stew. And while we wait for the stew to stew, I'm gonna go ahead and make some thyme tea. Thyme tea is delicious. You can throw in a nice handful. I'm probably gonna do a decent amount of this into my teapot with some honey, and it is absolutely delightful. We are going to add some oregano to the party. A lot of oregano because, like I said, I love it herby. The ratatouille is at a place where I am happy with it, so I went ahead and turned the burner off, and now I'm going to cut in the basil leaves, and we'll go ahead and fold that in. Alrighty, the ratatouille is done. It's looking delicious. I'm very excited to try it here. Let's go ahead and scoop it into our bowls. Beautiful ratatouille from your local gardens, your local farms, organic produce all the way, served over a bed of rice. So it's filling, it's delicious, it's health packed, and it's my favorite summer dish, and I really hope you enjoy making it. Yes, yes, yes.